Okay. Hi. Welcome to the Tracy Trendy Show, my lovelies. We have Ty Simpson here, one of my favorites. You guys know Angela and Christiana, and Ty is in the mix here, and she is here. She is my first interviewer. Okay. And she's going to answer your questions. So let's just go at it. Okay. So we're going to start off a little soft. We're going to warm up. And, you know, she is going, Ty, you're going to be on the next Love During Lockup, right? That was a commercial. You were on the commercial, so you can say.
The commercial came out already?
Yes, they showed you.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, so certain things I know you can't answer.
Yeah,
but
you know what? You're right. And somebody else told me they seen a commercial, and I thought they were saying, I thought they was wrong. Because I haven't seen it. I'm going to tell you a fun fact. I don't have cable.
Okay. Yeah, cable. It was there.
And I don't watch too much TV, so I be missing it.
Yeah, I glanced at it. It was like a quick little whoop. I said, okay. So we're not going to get a long break like we did with the last show. And we had to go through Mama June just to get to our stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness. Now, so that answers one of my followers, Toya Deck Creations. She was wondering when you're gonna bring your player self back to the show. We missed you. Now I have a question. Yeah, I have a question. So how did you originally get on the show? Because that was a new installment.
Yeah.
How did that all?
Don't nobody believe me. I never applied for it. I was
Hold on, let me get. I don't want my head just showing. Go ahead. Okay.
Somebody bring me a paper towel. I'm sorry. I was hungry.
Yeah, girl. I
start my diet tomorrow. Tomorrow is my birthday.
And
happy
birthday!
Thank you. And after I eat tomorrow, start my healthy.
What I'm gonna do?
Healthy living. So today I had a fish fry. Girl, I'm eating.
That's right.
Thank you, honey.
Say goodbye to the old ways of eating.
Right. So okay. So what happened was, I was living in Georgia, and I was dating this guy who was in he was in Butner, North Carolina, locked up. And he had I didn't have a car. Something that happened. What happened? I don't know. I probably just broke. I ain't had no car. And yeah, I was filing bankruptcy actually. I didn't have no car. And this was before I went to mortuary school. Like I was really, really like financially strapped. But my happiness was going to see him because I didn't date at all in Atlanta because I was very afraid, coming from Buffalo, which is a small city in New York, to big metropolitan Atlanta. I wasn't dating. It was multiple factors on why I wasn't dating local men. And so I also didn't have many friends and family up there. So I had gained a whole bunch of weight and I just wasn't really comfortable. And so dating somebody who was in jail was a little bit easier for me. So I was dating him, and then me and him stopped dating. I started dating this other dude. And it was just a surprise that he was in jail. I met him online and he was in jail too, but it was a great, little bond. And he was in New Orleans. And so I kept saying, damn, how am I going to see him? So I had signed up for, I can't remember what the name of it was, but I found it on Facebook. But it was like a carpooling site for, local inmates.
Because you needed the transportation.
Right. And so I signed up for that. And it was weird because I remember people was like, not weird, but people was putting pictures of their loved ones up, just of their relationship. So I was doing that. And that was it. And then so let's fast forward. So now I'm dating, on and off dating multiple men in jail. Like I would have breaks where I wasn't dating nobody. But then I started like looking up and I'm like, damn, I'm dating or talking to 4 dudes. They all in jail. But now at this point in my life, I remember my kids was entering high school. And I had decided to go back to be a mortician. So I didn't even have time to sit down and realize that I wasn't going on dates and that I wasn't, you know what I'm saying?
Right, you had other things to do.
Yeah.
So things.
So as I'm focusing, I didn't realize, I'm like, damn, but I'm happy too in the same breath. There's nothing that's making me unhappy. I'm in a good place. I started getting these emails. First of all, I ain't never been no model, never been a model, never been an actor. never thought of being in entertainment. Okay.
Okay.
So when I was getting these emails from a production company, it's spam in my head. You know what I mean? It's spam.
Oh, so wait, so because you know what they said that Love After Lockup people hang on Craigslist. They hang on Craigslist.
They might. I don't know. I never had nothing on Craigslist, but I was getting these emails, and I'm like, that's spam or something. I ain't paying no attention. Now I got this good girlfriend, my homegirl. Her name Ashley. She's so country, but she the sweetest person on earth, most loving person. She comes from a praying family, and she's married. Her husband is from the Bronx, which is they like the complete opposite, but they perfect for each other. She the only person who I allow to shade me because I know it's coming from a good place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she texted me one day, and it was like, and I quote, "Bitch, you always down at that prison. You might as well go ahead and go on the show." And it was for Love. I think it was for Love After Lockup at the time.
Right.
And I'm like, girl, you're so fucking ignorant. Like, leave me alone. Like, I'm like, she always trying to be funny. But when I looked at the name, like the email on the bottom of the contact information for the screenshot, I kept saying, why do I know this name? You know why I knew it, but I really looked at it in my email, and they had been emailing me, and I responded, and they turned me down. I didn't think nothing of it, I'm like, they was looking for me, but ain't no big deal. And then they called me back around right before COVID got real bad. They called me back. So this is about a year or two later, and they were like, "So we're just interested in knowing who you're dating." I'm like, "We've been through this before." Y'all didn't want me. Like, y'all didn't want me. They're like, "No, well, things are changing." And they didn't tell me at first about this new show.
Okay.
And then after I sent them, I was transparent, like, well, I'm kind of a prison hoe, but, I ain't sleeping with nobody, but I'm talking to this one, that one, this one, that one. I just was honest. They was like, well, we're going to come and do some promotion. Like, it just went real quick. I never even, when I sit back and think about it, they never said, will you or won't you?
Oh, they just jumped on it.
Like, yeah.
They jumped on it.
Yeah. And
a star was born. A star was born.
Oh, God, I wish. And I really, honestly, honey, did not think it was going to happen until I was watching it on TV. And I was like, because I didn't think nobody wanted to see this. You know what?
Oh, it's all interesting. So did you just kind of fell into the felon trap of, with these guys kind
of? The dating part? Yeah, I will say that kind of evolved. It started, when I look back, it started from having low self-esteem. And then it has continued, if you ask me, because it's easier for me where I've been in my life, just much easier. I don't think I got time for a lot of stuff that could come with men in the free world. Not saying there's nothing wrong with a civilian man, but I like to just get those phone. Them phone calls mean a lot to me. And I ain't got to look at me. I'm sitting here in pajamas eating fried shrimp. I ain't got to be cute. Ain't nobody knocking at my damn door. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I enjoyed it. I actually enjoy dating a man in jail. It's not, I enjoy it. I get that mental part of them. I get that I get them. You ever heard, meet someone where they at, meet me where I'm at or not, I meet them where they at. I meet them in that bad season most of the time. And we bond.
And you probably, because if you look at your background,
Yeah.
you were a caretaker.
Yes.
And that kind of like, some people say, well,
that's a problem.
You act kind of, they were saying you were acting kind of like immature, like a teenager a little bit, because you really didn't have that. From what I'm gathering, you were caretaking your mother and your sister. Can you elaborate more on that?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Very transparent about my mom. My mom actually was very, very, very beautiful. Very dark skin, bow-legged, nice shape, real long, pretty hair. Her father is Cuban. And, African. People think when you say that, you're denouncing your Black side of your African heritage. People don't realize Africa one of the first boat stops for slaves were Cuba.
Mm-hmm. Right. The slave trade went everywhere.
Right. So he was a black man from Cuban descent.
Afro
Latino.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a boxer. Very nice man. I do believe that he might have had a history of mental illness. And as we know, most of that is hereditary, you know.
Right.
My mother functioned perfectly normal up until about 21. And so I was about 1 or 2.
Oh.
She had enough mental stability to pass the corrections exam and was going away to work as a correction officer. That night, the night before she was to leave, my cousins threw her a party. She ingested marijuana that was laced with, I can only assume what.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But it triggered a chemical imbalance. And, she wasn't a drug user. She did this was recreational marijuana,
But it was laced.
And she went from that party to the Buffalo Psych Center.
Wow. And she's supposed to start off a new career.
Mm-hmm. Her life never was the same.
Oh.
So my life was spent with her. She lived like our sister. So you gotta remember, my grandmother had her young. My grandmother had her at 17.
Okay.
So now we gonna look at the dynamics. Mm-hmm. My grandmother is in her early 40s, which is young as hell, damn near. That's right around the corner for me. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
That's young. Her mother is in her early 40s, and now she's stuck with 2 more kids and a daughter with a psych issue who she has to take care of.
Right.
That's a lot, because my sister on my mom's side, my sister Shayla, she was born premature. So she had a trach. She had seizures. So in my family growing up, I was quote unquote the normal one.
An extra pair of hands, extra set of hands, and
And so I had to be the strong one. I had to be, that was just what it was. And that was life,
So when did you start having your kids? Were you a teen? Is that
no? No, I mean, I will say I was young, but I had my first child I got pregnant at 19, had my son at 20.
Okay.
But what I did do, which I think I can't say made it harder, but it's a blessing now. I had my kids 9 months apart. Okay. It was very hard. I gave birth
to Irish twins. You just
I did. I had 2 children in 2003. I had my son February 4th of 2003. I got pregnant on Valentine's Day, which was 10 days later, and had my daughter in December.
Wow.
And then their father went to jail, and it was just me and them babies,
Wow. And then, and then you were also your mother too. So it wasn't just your children.
Yes.
It was never ending caretaking.
It's never ending.
So I can see why you're now at the stage where you were thinking, hey, they getting out the house.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah, because some people was like, you had arrested development. Your development was stopped. So I'm saying,
you're right.
I totally understand that.
Right.
So let me next question, because that question came from that one came back from Rico the Perfect, because he wants to know why. Yeah. And also he wants to know that don't you know a lot of guys in jail, there's a high rate of STDs like AIDS and all
definitely.
That stuff. But I don't think you're really messing with them. So
no, I've had this conversation. I had this conversation before with a few of my friends, because everybody always asks me that. But I've never slept with unprotected a man that came home from jail.
Okay. Because on these shows, these girls be like, whoa,
Yeah, no, sorry. Before I went into mortuary services, I did about 2 semesters studying infectious disease. I also have a cousin who passed away from HIV. I'm a huge advocate for educating yourself and learning as much as possible about that disease, because I watched him. We seen him 1 month. He was perfectly healthy. He was dead in a few weeks.
Yeah.
And you got to remember, I'm at the age to where I remember the Ryan White story, even though it was a different,
right, yeah.
We my age group, the 80s babies, we seen what HIV and AIDS do.
Yeah.
I feel like now it's kind of just like a way of life to the youth, the younger people. Now, I don't mean in a disrespectful way, but it's not all over the news.
They haven't experienced it firsthand.
Right. We've seen it. We've seen it. Easy-E, Magic Johnson. We've seen it. I don't want to have to live like that. So even if it was a man, God could sit him right here in front of me and say, "Here, Ty, this is your husband." I would still make him get tested.
A $40,
regardless if they come out of prison or not. Yeah, regardless, it's $40 at Walgreens, Rite Aid, swab their mouth, and it can tell you. And it ain't just HIV, hepatitis, all that.
Right.
Hepatitis is more prevalent because they doing them tattoos and stuff. So
yeah, I know.
And then mental illness. A lot of men in jail suffer from PTSD and mental illness. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Right. And because they may.
That's why I research so much. That's why I know it comes across like, oh my gosh, she has all of this. You got to know what you're dealing with.
Exactly. Now, someone had asked a question about like, well, I want to stay on target here because I'm gonna go back to that because of how you have your whole system. Well, I might as well just start it because you have a whole system. I wanted to give the credit to the person who said it. Let's see. Let me see who said that. Well, let's go on. I'm gonna go on, but basically, I'll put it down on the screen if I edit. They wanted to know how you kind of explain it now, how you came about your whole system. I call it a shrine because if now you're gonna go back and look at one of my videos. I said, "What is this woman's problem? Is she a foot soldier? What's it look crazy?
It looks crazy. When you don't understand it,
So I didn't understand, and then I come across, okay, I guess she's not a foot soldier to some of these guys. I just didn't get it because you had stuff like net worth and all this, all that. I didn't get all. That's why I was leaning toward a foot soldier thing because I couldn't.
I'll tell you why. Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting older. And so I learned from mistakes. When I used to meet people, I give them my phone number right away or let them send a letter to my address and all stuff. And then I dealt with some negative things from that. Like people, I had to learn. You can't let everybody have your address. So now I use a PO box. I had to learn everybody can't have your phone number. That's why I got more than one phone. It's gonna take some time for you to get this phone number. I put net worth and all of that. I'm not gonna lie to you because if you went to jail for a white collar crime and you had all of this money, you shouldn't be asking me for no money.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I ain't no fool. There's some money still out here. Have your mom and your auntie one of them some money.
So you're not paying these cluckers, okay, in jail?
Yeah, no, hell no.
Maybe some somebody to call you, maybe.
Yeah, I know I've supported people who've needed it. A good friend who will say, "Oh, you think you could buy me a package?" If I got it, yes, definitely. But
you're not making a monthly contribution. You're not making a monthly contribution.
It's not. It ain't no allowances. No.
Okay, because I can see like you're saying, okay, I like to talk to you. You don't have any money, but I can spend maybe $20 to get your little Jeep, whatever.
And that's exactly how it is. No allowances, but where is needed, where I can afford.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay.
Where is needed, where I can afford, I definitely do give. But in the same breath, I've received a lot from inmates. I have guys I've dated and guys who were just friends. I've received edible arrangements. It means a lot more to me because I know they don't really have it.
Right.
Footwork that had to be done to get it to me.
Okay.
So I've received things. Yeah, but I will be lying if I said I didn't send. I do send. What is my kids doing? What y'all doing? Okay.
You only got like one minor child at this point, right?
I do. I have my 13-year-old. But they never leave home.
Yeah, but you know what? All that stuff you're carrying out, I think you can give yourself a pat on the back because your two non-minor children, one's in college, and one's in the service, right?
Yeah, my daughter, she's actually gonna be doing nursing in the military. So
okay.
yeah, so I'm happy, very, very happy about that.
Okay.
I will say we made it. Me, Chris, my first two, Christopher and Kamaya, that's their name. Christopher and Kamaya make me very, very proud. Nothing was easy, but they make me proud. And then Delaney, my 13-year-old, she just a brat. Like, I love her so much, but this child's so spoiled.
Well, she got her older siblings, as role models to see, like, well, you just got to step up and get yourself.
Yeah.
Somebody's
coming. And then she real big in church. She go to church.
Oh, that's good.
She real big in church with my aunts and them. So.
Yeah. She's goes because I remember you mentioned her about calling her dad. So her dad's in her life. So that helps. That helps.
Great father, great father and stepmother. The stepmother just had a baby.
Oh, okay.
Great father. Oh man, yeah. I appreciate her father's name is Dale. And I appreciate Dale so much. He's good with her.
Oh, that's good. That is so good.
We didn't last, but he definitely parents that little girl. He does.
So I'm going to ask you next question. What are some of the things we never see and we'd be surprised to learn about the show? Because we never see, at least with your franchise, which is the love.
How hard it is. It's very hard. It's very, very hard. I went into it thinking it was going to be so fun, so easy. Mm-hmm. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done. It's not just cameras following you around. It's you up at 6, 7 in the morning. It's hot. They don't give a damn. You can't go to the bathroom. You can't do nothing. We working. We on a schedule. You gotta remember these people, they going through the same thing I'm going through. This crew, they tired too. Right. And they like, better not sit down. We got footage to get, you know what I mean? Oh my goodness. We got so many hours to get, you know? So I will say, I don't think people see how tired we get. How tired.
A lot of people want to say it's staged. I are scripted. But I think they pretty much tell you, like, prompt you, like, go, hey.
Not with me. I haven't experienced any scripting and I haven't experienced any staging. If anything, it's the opposite. If they think you lying about something, within my contract, it tell you right there, we have the right to investigate, If you're not being truthful, not in those words, but if we're not being truthful, you owe them money. Yeah, nah. You can't lie to them people. They really do investigate though.
Wow.
So I never experienced. Now I can't say
Sharp Entertainment doesn't play, I guess. You can say Sharp.
Nah.
They don't play.
They don't it's not no scripting. I can see where sometimes when they edit stuff like for the commercials and so not even the commercial like y'all seen, but like how they like, okay. So I remember when we was in the hair salon, the fight in the hair salon.
Right.
It kind of to me looked like I looked irate and I was mad about just her dating Hottie. No, I was mad because of the picture she posted.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I feel like the whole show, even not the whole show, but a lot of it, the viewers, and this had nothing to do with Sharp Production, but the viewers played it up like she's mad because they messed with the same person. Give a fuck about this bitch messing with the same person I mess with. You know what I mean? May the best woman win. I would have never knew about her if she wouldn't have been calling my phone like a kid.
I started to answer the phone. I'm Hottie's girl. When you called me, I was going to say, I'm Hottie's girl. But I was so shocked. I was tongue tied. I couldn't remember your name, let alone Hottie's name or Hottie's girl.
It's okay. She so really my beef with her was she was antagonizing me. And we didn't show that much of it. All they showed was her playing on my phone. She keyed my car up.
What?
Yeah, she keyed my truck up. She leaked my nude pic. Like she just
like, this going too far. It was going too far.
It was going way too far. So, but no, they don't. The production company I've had very good experience with. They actually, when my aunt died, my aunt died right after filming. I wasn't expecting it. I came in the house. They had sent not just me a bunch of candies and flowers, but my grandmother too. Like they really, from what I've experienced, just really nice people. The producers, everybody nice.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
Yeah, I had good good bonding while we was here with these
I guess
people.
that's needed, so you can just drop down your guard and show your
and get comfortable. Definitely, it definitely make a difference because I get comfortable. Girl, I be walking around with my bra on, forgetting the camera there. I'm like, I'm tired, y'all.
Bra on. I unsnap the bra.
Not for real, honey.
So once I'm in the house after work, unsnap, shut the door.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you, because some people were wondering, like when you got in that fight with Hottie in front of the mortuary.
Oh, with Boston.
What happened to your job? Like, did they talk to you, or what happened there?
They was mad.
They were mad.
They was mad. But this is the thing. I did not. If I would have been thinking, I wouldn't have hit her. But I wasn't thinking. I seen her face. I just seen red. Like, bitch, I'm about to kill you. I think what was more embarrassing about that is the people from the churches that was watching it.
Oh,
you know what I mean? That to me was.
Because you went wild and out. You were kind of like,
I was tripping.
Like, and then after the, I think. So you ended things with Hottie, right? Or he's still in the mix? Or you got quiet?
I will say season 2.
Okay.
Will be very, very good.
Oh, okay. We're gonna leave that right there. Now I'm gonna ask. Well, I guess I can't ask you if you're dating anybody new, because that's kind of probably tying into, because I always think you got a rotation. You got a man on tap. So, just like a water faucet. I'm gonna leapfrog.
I think y'all gonna love season 2. I ain't gonna lie.
I like every season. There's one season of Life After Lockup I thought was dull, but
really, I never really watched it.
You told me that. I was like shocked. Like, do you know
not
kind of
I be catching little
fall into? Because that's kind of a this is not like a
TV. I catch little ends of it, but because I don't have cable, I haven't had cable in years.
Right.
It's hard to get it, so I go to my grandmother and them house and watch the show.
Oh, YouTube has it too now.
Yeah, I catch it on YouTube. I like it when I watch it, but I be so busy, babe. Like, I be really, really busy. And by the time I sit down and TV
watching, are you still a mortician?
Yeah. You know what? People don't understand. To become a mortician, I had to get my bachelor's. Mm-hmm. So you graduate. I'm a graduate mortician. I'm still trying to pass my boards. Mm-hmm. That's why I don't got time for TV, because I'm studying. Mm-hmm. I don't have time to watch nothing.
Yeah.
Because I study every time I can sit down. I'm studying.
That's right.
But I'm trying to pass my boards. You have to take your national and your state boards. So I got 2 to take. Okay. After that, I'll be fully licensed in New York State.
That's good.
So yes, I'm working as a mortician, but I'm not making what I will be making. And I'm not.
Once you get certified and government seal of approval. Now, Niecy Salisha, she wants to know, did you ever get a sweatshirt from Hottie? That one that Hottie had, you didn't get that? Oh, okay.
I didn't get the sweatshirt.
Okay. Okay. So let me see, and since she's having no luck with the inmates, can she? Oh, no, they're just being funny there. I'm not gonna see here. All these questions, you pretty much answered them on the show. I don't know if there's anything this is one I like. So this is from Mission Mental Wellness. I just want to know if there's anything you would do differently now that you had time to look back on your experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And did you get a lot of, you obviously answered, you got a lot of, flack from the fight from your church.
Yeah, I wouldn't have fought her in front of my job. I would have drugged her. I would have drugged that bitch. You feet up the street.
Well, I mean, especially when you keyed your car. Okay, come on, shoot, stuff is expensive. We want to drive in class.
I would have drugged her.
Stuff costs money.
Hello.
So
amen. I would have drugged her.
Does she even have a car?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Let me go interview Hottie. I'm just kidding. She might be ringing me up. So anyway, so that was one thing you probably would do differently.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So let me see. I'm trying to get all of the questions that they all want to know about that relationship. Everybody's into that relationship. So I want to know personally, is your mom still, how's your mom? Is she with us or she's?
Yeah, she alive. Okay. Very much alive. Thank God.
Yes.
My mother, so when you've been schizophrenic for years and you've been on medication for it, the medication that she has been on, I think since the 80s, over time, it gives you early onset dementia. Oh. So that's what we fighting now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's medication, that will stop the progression, slow down the progression.
Yeah. Slow down, yeah. So it's like
but definitely consider that medication because that runs in my family.
You understand?
Yes, yeah. I would run to the doctor, get that real quick. I've seen how fast quickly. Yeah. And then sometimes some family members try to get in there when it's too late, when it's, so you got to get in there when you first catch wind of it.
First suspect it, yep.
So that's all to my viewers. Yeah, you guys don't hesitate. Don't second guess it. So, wow. So what do your kids, someone wants to know, what do your daughters think about you on the show?
Can I be honest with y'all? Some of y'all ain't gonna like this. I'm kind of old school parenting. Can't no kid tell me how they feel about me dating. Okay. I know that might not be politically correct.
But then your kids are adults.
Yeah. And I just feel like kind of stay in the child's place. Now, if I'm disrespecting my child, bringing men in and out my house, taking out of their mouth, by all rights, go ahead and write me a letter and tell me how you feel.
Right.
But other than that, can't no kid tell me nothing. And I know that might not be right, but that's just how I am.
I wish some of the castmates, not necessarily on Love during Lockup, but some of the people, well, maybe there's one that dragged their kids into that relationship, their minor children in and out, and these guys be camping out. And, this is your new daddy, straight from the penitentiary, and they have no relationship with that child. And I'm like,
I don't trust nobody that much.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't trust nobody that much. And that's no shade or nothing. I know everybody love differently and everything.
No.
But I don't.
You gotta apologize for what's wrong.
I don't trust for my own personal reasons. Trust nobody with my babies. I don't. Ain't no kid gonna tell me nothing. No, if I make a decision, I'm making that decision as an adult, as an experienced woman, and if I embarrass you, I'm sorry, but I'm the mama, and that's what I get to do.
Yeah, you do. Let me say, she does have one minor child, but if you're not bringing that person inside the home, and hey, this is your new daddy, or he came in there for out of prison and straight into your place. If you go outside the home and date, that's cool. But once you start crossing that threshold into your home with your children, that's a whole nother ball.
Yeah, and if I
get that person,
if I was in that position, like if I was in that predicament to where, let me tell you, because like when me and BB met, I met BB when he was not in jail yet.
Right. Now, I know who BB is, but some of the viewers may not know who BB is.
Oh, okay. So, I met BB when he was not in jail.
This is another guy that you in your rotation, let's say.
Yeah, he's gonna always listen. I ain't gonna lie to you, I could be married and BB gonna always be in my life. Because I love him and he's like family to me. You know what I'm saying? So he was the only man who, after he was incarcerated and all of that, he was incarcerated. He was incarcerated and he would ask me how the kids doing or tell the kids hi. And I would relay the message and he'd be like, oh, they hi, how they knew who he was when he called. And, but that's because I knew him prior to prison, had built a relationship with his mother, his kids.
And all I say is build a relationship. Don't have, in the real world, not in the prison system, in the real world.
Yeah, I know, I ain't gonna lie to you. It started, we had about 3 weeks in the real world.
Okay.
That's it. But I stuck by him in it over the year or two. But I had got very close with his mother, his kids, his kids' mother, great woman. So we got so close that it was, my kids knew exactly who he was. You know, we had talked about possibly getting married one day, all of that.
Now, wait a minute now. You said you know him 3 weeks
mm-hmm,
in the free world.
It was
so
the best 3 weeks of my life.
Consideration come about?
He had been in jail a while, probably about a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
Year and a half. But he was.
But did he come out, or he's still in jail?
No, he's still in jail. But he was, God, honey, he was the sweetest man on earth.
Now, is that his representative now? Because I'm saying that 3 weeks, anybody could be.
No, I agree. I had met him in 2003 when I was pregnant with my son. It was my son, yeah. And I had the flu. I was sick as a dog. I had something. I thought it was the flu. And he was like, I was in the car, and the girl who I was with was dating his cousin. And I'm in the car, laid back, and he walked up and said, "You so pretty. I wish I would have got you pregnant." And I'm looking at him like, "Please get away. I'm about to throw up on you." He was this little chubby boy. And I'm like, "Oh, like, leave me alone." But he had a really pretty smile. Never forgot it. But I never seen him again. Like, no idea. I've seen him again like 2007, 2006. And he was in the car with his cousin. And they gave me a ride. I was walking. He gave me a ride, exchanged numbers, and then he went to jail. He went to jail that time. Never seen him again. Never was thinking about him. I was at a Super Bowl party with my sister in 2000 and I think 15, 16, one of them. I was in a Super Bowl party with my sister, and she showed me this girl who we don't like. And I'm like, talking crap about this girl, and then I'm like, I don't know why guys like her. My sister was like, you know, she used to mess with BB, and I'm like, why do I know that name? And she was like, you know, BB, really cute BB, and I'm like, I don't know cute BB, but it sounds familiar. She showed me his picture. I said, that's gonna be my husband.
Oh.
I said, and I was dating the other dude that was locked up at the time, but you know, we wasn't sleeping together or nothing. We were just dating, and so when I seen BB, I was like, whoa, and so Instagram. I liked about every picture that man had. And then he slid in my DM. I was like, yes. And we started talking. He came to see me, and he took me out of my room. Remember I told you I was like kind of depressed. Like I was always in my room. I don't know if I said it or not, but I was just like, you know, in my shell. I won't say depressed, just in my shell. And he was taking me out every time he came. He was coming like literally every weekend. And he was planning to move to Atlanta. And oh, he just made me so happy. And it was weird because he was doing stuff I wasn't used to. He's a Jehovah's Witness. And so every time he got ready to eat, I'm about ready to dig in. He say his grace. He get his kids. Like he just was a different type of human.
Now, was he a devout Jehovah's Witness now? Because you know they have some.
Not to them, not to the Jehovah, to the people who practice in Jehovah's Witnesses. Jehovah's, if I said that correctly. To them, he probably wasn't, but he followed it, and he had a good faith in God, even if he wasn't living absolutely right. He believed in Jehovah, and he believed in his religion. And I believe that as he matured and as his life changed, he would have got deeper into his religion. But he was just a good person, just like a really good person. And he would call me every morning. I was working at DaVita Dialysis at the time. He would call me every morning. You know, I had to be up before Jesus. I had to be up at 4 a.m. to go, to get dialysis. And he used to would call me every single morning. And this one morning, he ain't call. And I'm like, And so the whole day passed. And I was like, not the whole day, but it's about 1 o'clock. And this girl who I was civil with, because we was civil, we don't even speak no more. She FaceTimed me. I'm like, why would you FaceTime me, girl? You know I'm at work. She was like, they got him. I'm like, who got who? She was like, BB, I thought he was dead. I'm like, huh. She like, but he going to court. And I'm like, girl, he in jail. That's fine. Let him be in jail. That's fine. And so I didn't want that happiness to end that I felt with him. So I wrote him every day. When he could start getting letters, I was writing them, accepting his calls. And he took precedence over anybody else I was talking to. And
now, how long does BB have?
Right now, BB right now is sentenced to 30 years in jail. Yep. 30 years. But I have confidence that he's going to come home and be able to live the rest of his life, because a lot of things went wrong in his case. And he really shouldn't even be in jail. Now, I'll be honest. Mm-hmm. It's some people that should be in jail. Mm-hmm. You broke the law. You did the crime. You're going to have to do the time. It's just the nature of the beast. I'm sorry.
Right.
BB's not one of them people. I would just shut up. I wouldn't even say it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I've read over his case. I've spoke with the private investigators and the lawyers. He shouldn't have been arrested and placed in jail. And he's in there. He's lost in the system. But every lawyer we meet with say they don't know how he was convicted. And they're fighting to get him home. So I have faith in that. Even if when he come home, we not together, I still would like for him to come home.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just that.
That kind of gives like a little, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's sad.
The recidivist. Oh gosh, I can't even say that word where you go back in the prison jail. That's high. That's high in the show too. So a lot of these characters, they sometimes it's I don't know. I guess they like. Not speaking about BB, but just the whole cast of characters. Some of them, I guess they love the structure of prison or something about prison. Maybe it's the smell, but they keep coming back.
No, you know what though? And this is something that I can compare it to. Mm-hmm. I can't talk on the cast, but people in general, there are people who are addicted to the structure of it. Mm-hmm. Just like you said, but it's because you can compare them to people in the military who've suffered PTSD or come home. And I've sat, because I worked at the VA for some years, I've sat with women and men who say, I don't know how not to belong to a group. I don't know how to live on my own. These are intelligent people,
right.
But they've been living this way for so long. It's hard to break that in their brains. It's hard to break that, that structure. That structure. That's exactly how you put it. That's the perfect way to put it. Mm-hmm. It's hard for them. So, I mean, I think you're right to an extent about that. Now, I don't know about this cast because I haven't really watched it.
Oh gosh. That's why I think they kind of, I keep telling the followers in the comments, I keep saying, Sharp Entertainment, the deck, they got a few cards to play. Okay, cast the character, because a lot of them go right back in. So for the life after Lockup, some people complain that we're tired of seeing Marcy and Brittany. And I'm
which one is that?
Marcy and Brittany, currently they're on now. She's a real estate agent. He's a stay-at-home dad. Now we're not getting along. Their stories constantly change, and a lot of us are feeling that that's not true. Like it's a fake storyline just to keep them going. I don't want you to speak on it because they are Mr. Sharp's favorite couple on the show.
No.
Yeah, I know. Don't speak ill of them. So let Brittany do that. Okay, because you got to keep your coins. So, yeah, but it's just their storyline is suspect. And Mr. Sharp has said they are his favorite.
Really?
Yeah, and Brent. And they are always on the show. So maybe, and I think you're his favorite too.
Me?
Let's hope, let's speak it into existence. Yes.
Oh.
Yes. You are entertainment. Okay.
That's what they say.
Yeah, I don't care. And I told Deontay, Deontay. I know you know Deontay.
Yeah, Deontay.
Deontay come on me and like, why you say this about me? I said, Deontay, you don't worry, okay? This show is not The Bachelor where you get roses and sausages. As long as you keep your name in the fan's mouth, all right? That's good. You got to have how many haters by the end of the week? Just like Chris Rock said, if you got 7, you got to find your way to make it to 10 by the end of the week.
I know that's right.
Because that's what keeps it. They want these characters. And I know when you guys are on the show, it's just a snapshot. You're really playing a character, a snapshot in that moment of time with the circumstances are around you guys at that time. And I told Deontay, you want your checks coming in? If you want the fans to be quiet, That check will be quiet too. It won't be in existence. It'll be MIA.
Oh, you're right though. I
Yeah.
guess
So I'm like, yeah. Enjoy. Sit back. As long as they're not saying some hideous stuff like you're, axe murderer or something like that. Then
you know what? It was hard for me in the beginning. Like when I would read like some of the YouTube stuff, some of the stuff they would write on Instagram. And then I just kind of like, now it don't bother me now. But in the beginning,
even as me, as just a content creator, I'm not gonna way she talks. She's smacking. She this. She that. I'm like, I don't like your voice. Yeah. But I'm like, this is the only voice I got. Okay, I'm sorry.
Hello, thank you. But yeah, I look a mess. I won't be caring no more.
Yeah, I'm like, moving on. If I respond at all, or sometimes I'll just delete it and get I mean, if you hate the voice or whatever it is, why are you watching? That's
what I be saying. Like, if I'm such a stress point in people's life, just don't watch me. Skip through me.
Exactly. Like, there's all these opportunities on the TV, on YouTube, everything. You got options. Exercise them.
Thank you. I know that's right.
But they got tight. Their little fat thumbs tight. It's like, I don't need to, like,
girl, let me turn my light up.
That's in and out the ear. And so, yeah, I'm glad for you. I'm glad for Deontay, all of that.
I had to turn the light up. Sorry.
Yeah, I think because Deontay's been on Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup.
Is he?
Right. So he's been on 3 rotations. So he'd be one on Love After Lockup and 2 Life After Lockups. So,
really?
Yes. And he did it's not a reunion show, whatever. That's the closest I could think of. He hosted with Mr. Sharp's favorite, Brittany. So,
okay.
So, like, yeah, play your thing. You're doing good, ma'am. You're doing good. So, I think, as long as you don't have a fit, like, I don't know. I know you probably don't know this one. Maurice and Jessica, they were on the show, and a lot of fans liked him, but Maurice was cutting up behind the scenes and snatching off his recorder in the back, his audio equipments, and they're expensive, and people like, so I know because they also,
what was his name?
Maurice, or AKA's Dust Mite, Poor Reese. He's on earlier seasons. He's not on the recent ones. And
was he black or white?
He's black. Dating married a white woman in Vegas, and he could be on the show too. He could be if he wasn't such an A, to.
He was acting a fool.
According to his wife, he was, So as long as you keep it cool and cute and do what you do best.
Yeah, I just was chilling. I'm filming for me. Like, yeah, it get hard, it get tired, but at the end of the day, these people thought that my life was so interesting that they actually invested in me. So I wouldn't never disrespect them because I'm just like, okay,
Yeah. I am so glad that you're going to be on.
Thank you.
The next.
I want to see the commercial. Could you send me the commercial?
I was watching the TV. Probably after Brittany and Marcy probably went to a commercial, and I was kind of like half asleep because they are so boring, and they put me in a coma. So when I was coming out, of it, I saw, Love During Lockup. Oh, and I saw you. And
did I look real fat?
Huh?
Did I look real big on TV?
I didn't see it. It was like a blip. I saw Ty. And but you might be able to see it if you go on their website, WeTV website.
Yeah.
You might see the teaser for Love During Lockup, or you might see it on YouTube.
I want to see it.
Yeah, you're definitely was on there. I said, oh, good for girl Ty. And then I went to sleep. I stopped the recorder because the DVR, because I just couldn't. It was too much because it was a slow burner. The Life After Lockup, the first episode was kind of slow. It's picking up. But it was just kind of, I guess I was too tired.
Yeah, you couldn't get into it.
I was coming back to the country. And
where'd you go?
Oh, Canada.
Montreal. Yeah, I went here. Find me.
Yeah, and I told you, and I also went to Vermont.
Yeah.
And I also went to New York.
Oh yeah, you was here.
Yeah, I was here, your neck of the woods, and I'm just the humidity is following me. Like, get freaking away. But yeah, so I'm gonna end it here.
You can thank you. I hope I wasn't too boring because I'm sleepy.
No. This
I just ate.
You delivered, my love. You delivered. Now, I don't know. Like, we'll see. I think so.
Listen, you gotta bring me back after the first 2 episodes.
I most definitely will. I most definitely will. And you know, my followers, they're very you know, I have a smart bunch. You know, there's some infiltrators in there. They're not the real ones, but I know all of them because I respond. I look at the email. I mean, the comments. So I kind of know who my regular are. So I know who the fakey fakes are.
Gotcha.
But most of them are really nice people, and they'll let you know what they're feeling. And it's interesting when I upload this video, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Now, this is my first time now trying to do this.
Was fun. It was fun. This was fun.
Oh yeah, I'm glad. And I can't wait. I will come back when is the freaking 2 weeks? I'm gonna have to write that down because my brain will forget to do that because we gotta finish Life After Lockup, and hopefully Love Dorn is gonna come right after that.
I don't even know when it comes out. I look forward to seeing
I don't either, but I hope it's coming right after Life.
I'm addicted. I might have to get cable because
it was so expensive now.
That's into you again, baby doll.
Yes, and I'll
have more energy. We'll do it over a glass of wine.
Oh, okay.
We'll have ladies' night. So I have a proposition for you. Then after the second episode, we'll have a wine night.
Okay.
And you can ask me whatever you want to ask. I would love to answer you.
Okay. That goes to my lovelies too, I suppose. Okay.
As long as it's within,
by the NDA, respecting all of that. So you just say pass or whatever. You can be cute.
Right, I got you. So okay, baby.
All right, Ty, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Lovelies. You could drop a line down below and subscribe and hit the notification bell. All right, thanks, Ty.
You're welcome.